We got things going on. We're having a good time. How you doing, Dr. V?
Doing great. Doing great.
Okay. Dr. V's kicking my butt already. You can see part of the reason. You can see what I'm wearing already. It's not the flag. I throw in the flag because you all know I'm just an American citizen, love the flag. But Dr. V has been giving me nothing but trouble about not wearing my home team colors. He said, you got it. Well, today, the Eagles, Philly, come to Baltimore to play the Ravens.
Exactly.
So he's on me today, and he's like in my face.
Absolutely.
And he's saying, what are you afraid? You always talk about the Ravens. You always talk about how what people need to do is talk with one another, and you can do it. Well, he said, I said, so that's it. I've had it, Dr. V.
Yeah.
I'm not putting up with your stuff any longer. That's it. Ravens, baby.
Wait a second. If you're gonna do that,
Ravens. We're not fooling around.
if you're going to do that,
I'm going all the way.
I'm going
Ravens.
Eagles. Here we go.
What?
Enough of this purple stuff.
Enough of the purple stuff.
It's green.
Oh,
Old school.
Cunningham. That's an old one.
Exactly. Old school.
Old school.
They won every time I put this jersey on.
Well, let me tell you, your victory
This is my good luck jersey.
It's ending today. Your skiing is ending.
There it is.
The skiing is ending.
Don't be disappointed when we get the football and spike it right in the middle of your field today, right on your logo after the game. I don't want to see anybody coming out of the stands.
Yeah. Baltimore people don't do that. Baltimore people are nice people. We ain't Philly.
Yeah.
We don't throw snowballs at Santa. We don't do that kind of stuff in this town. Okay, we're south of the Mason. We're south of the Mason-Dixon line. We take a different approach to life down here. That's what we do. Hey, viewers, good to see you. We're getting ready for the game. We're about to launch into our politics and all the rest, but he's been mouthing me, Dr. V, calling me out on the Ravens. Here it is. But let me tell you, this is all kind of part of what we have been talking about and a theme in our channel here. It doesn't matter. Guillermo, you know what's up. The Ravens are going to take down the Eagles, Guillermo. Oh, yeah, here in Baltimore. It's going to be freezing. I'm going with one of our brothers who's going to be wearing that same green outfit. I can't believe it. Either way, what's happening here is we're going to be going right into where we go. This is really taking us into where we've always talked. Yo, Lauren, hello. Excuse me, I got been getting over something.
Jesus.
The idea is it doesn't matter if you wear green or you wear purple. What we have been talking about here is the major problem I think the Democratic Party had, or most people have, is you're so busy not talking to one another. But if you put on your Ravens outfits, Spartacus! If you put on we love our people. If you put on your Ravens outfit and you go to the game and you talk to other people and you go, hey, and they don't agree with you on politics, it's funny. You never hear it. You don't hear a word about politics. All you hear is, go Ravens. It sure is, Guillermo, especially if we take them down. What you hear is, we all get together, we talk. I got people around me who are MAGA. I got people around me who are Democrat. I got people around me independents. And all we are doing is yelling and screaming for the Ravens because we're Ravens fans. And the Eagles are the same way. It doesn't matter. Right on. And even better, our brother today is going to be with me wearing the Eagles outfit, making us sit up with everybody. It's going to be fun, except it's rather cold. Either way, I'm calling the Ravens. Volz is calling the Eagles. There we are, Guillermo. We love you. Now let's get it. He made me wear this. Now let's get into what's going on out there. And as you can see from our title, you get what you voted for. That's Trump. That's where our title is. We're not being nasty about it. It is, because you're seeing all the appointments he's starting to make. Let's start talking about the appointments. Yesterday, they talked about Kash Patel to be FBI director. Now, let me tell you something. I don't know Kash Patel, but I listened to the guy, and I've looked into his background big time. He's a lawyer, but he was considered a lightweight in the prosecutor's office. He was considered a lightweight in the in the public defender's office, and he didn't do anything. He didn't take cases, didn't take big cases. But what you hear from him all the time, and this is where the issue is going to rise, but this is America, and he had Trump won, and we're going to work our way through it. We only hope for the best. But he says he fights for loyalty. My question is, who is he loyal to, Dr. V?
Right,
Is
yeah,
he loyal to
Constitution
the
or
Constitution, or is he loyal to Trump? And
right,
that's what we're going to start seeing. And as we start watching all these people and we start seeing all this stuff going on, it's starting to come together when you're listening to him. The guy that he picked for to run the border says he's going to throw everybody out. Texas is gearing up like crazy with marshals and sheriffs and getting them all together. I assume Chuck Norris will be down there helping them out, and they're ready to throw everybody out. And the question's going to be how people are going to respond to it. And is
right.
Trump just going to be doing a lot of talking, or is he really going to go forward with all this stuff? And who's going to get rounded up in all these things?
Right.
And who's going to get thrown out? Then you hear that we are going to attack Mexico, and we want to send our special forces into Mexico. Trump says this the other night on Truth Social, I believe. Send our special forces into Mexico to take on the cartels. Now, it's like going into Vietnam. Let's get a couple things straight. That's our neighbor. Our neighbor hasn't invaded us. Our neighbor hasn't come after us. If we go into Mexico, it's an invasion.
Did you hear what the president said of Mexico?
Scheinbaum.
Yeah.
Claudia Scheinbaum.
Right. It's America's problem that's creating all the demand for the drugs and making life hard for Mexico.
Well,
She's blaming the United States for this.
Well, they've all been saying that, and that's always the answer, and it goes both ways. But if you look, I think the Journal had a great article today or yesterday about how the cartels are bringing in chemists, kids from school and chemists to teach them so they can build up, do all the fentanyl for them. The question is going to be, how can we just invade? You can't invade. You can't go. It's like invading Canada. These are our neighbors. We deal with them. To just send in the special forces. And remember this. The Mexicans know their area better than we know their area. It's not like they're going to have air cover with the Air Force coming in and bombing them. So these people, they got incredible amount of arms and ammunition. They know what they're doing. They're building. That's what they do. What are we going to do? Go up into the hinterlands and fight it out? It makes no sense whatsoever. But he may do it. He may not. But if he does it, Jim Bob. One day, Jim Bob. One day. We're with it. But to be able to go in and just invade unilaterally, it'd be a real problem. We used to work with the Mexican government. What's so crazy though is Mexico is a gang state. It really is, but it's not for us to go in there and start popping, because then what happens if they get drones, if we attack them and they bring them into Texas and start dropping them on Texas, right? Yeah. So where are we going with this? You got to look at where it's all running. Nobody's sitting there looking at the overall. It's just, I'm going to do this. 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 Hopefully it's just a threat, but it's something he raised on Truth Social the other day.
Yeah, but Trump is always making grand threats, and then he never follows through with them. That's his bargaining strategy. That's his strategy. He might even have one or two raids, make a big deal out of it, a lot of press, and then he'll forget about it. That's what he always does.
There's a difference. He's putting people in place to make it happen, who believe in it. And so the momentum, if they start sending out troops or sheriffs or everybody out to pick up somebody, it ain't going to happen in Maryland. But then what he wants to do is cut taxes, cut funds off, so Maryland wouldn't get funds, or California. I don't know if you focus on us. California is the big galoot, and that's where the action would be, because we're just a little state. We don't mean anything. But when that happens, it's like we don't matter in the election. That's why it's so. When that happens, the question is going to be: does that momentum start flying so hard that all of a sudden we're going to start throwing out kids? American kids, as we all start talking about, American kids born here in America to get thrown out. See, you see that going too. Yet at the same time, Dr. V, I'm watching MSNBC, and I watch Joy what's her name? She comes on at 7, I believe.
Yeah,
Joy Reid.
I know.
And I watch them all. You know me, I watch Fox, CNN, MSNBC. Fox has not stopped with the, my chest is out, we're the man, we blew everybody away. If I can I note one thing, Dr. V? They lost a bit of their majority in the House. They don't have the spread they had in the House. It's like by 4, I think now. So it's going to be right. It's not, it used to be like 8. So the Republicans lost seats in the House, a couple, but they lost seats in the House. Let's understand that they still control it, but we only have a few seats here and there. It's tough. But when you start getting crazy with all this, and then you go, let me ask you this: will the Senate confirm? Will the Senate even argue? I'm telling you, the Senate's rolling over. So they're going to be putting these people in, and then they're just going to start making their move. And the question is, what's going to happen? So are they going to go into Mexico? I've been writing a lot of this stuff down. I don't know why. You got Kristi Noem in Homeland Security. Kristi kills puppies because they're mean. I didn't know that many puppies were mean at a year and a half old, but it's easy to shoot and kill. And she was tough, and she showed it to be tough. This is all a mentality. It'll be that whole Mexican thing. We're going into Mexico. You got Tulsi Gabbard, protector of Russia. Tulsi Gabbard, remember this. Have you seen what's been happening in Syria? Syria's been getting killed in Aleppo. This is like incredible. Syria, the friend of Iran, the friend of Russia, is getting handled by these. They're Turkish backed, and a couple others, but they got taken out of Aleppo, the rebels, like 7 years ago. They blew right on in. Now they're getting bombed. They blew in. So Tulsi Gabbard, who loved the head of Syria, she went there when he was bombing kids with chemical warfare, and she denied it. It's like she knew it. She denied it, Tulsi Gabbard. Now, the same guy is in big trouble because they're in there and they're getting smashed. And keep this in mind. When we start looking, and we're going to get to Ukraine, we start looking at Ukraine and everything. Russia's got a big problem. The issue isn't Ukraine. The issue for Russia is what's going on in Iraq, Syria, and Iran, because Iran is the big boss, the big man down in that area. And what they send out the drones and all this for Russia to use. Their problem is going to be, Debbie, I know you're saying hi to. You're saying it to Dr. V, not to me. But I love you, Debbie. So what happens is, yeah, that's it. There's love going on here. Debbie and Dr. V. Either way. As we start going on, I love it. As we start going, I love you, Debbie. As we start going forward, well, listen, where was I? I got knocked off on Debbie. What was I saying there? Take it, Dr. V, run. Oh, Syria. So you got Tulsi Gabbard. So now Syria.
Paper tiger Iran is.
No. This is where Russia's problem is. Russia's big support is Iran's their supporter. Yet Iran is a major supporter of Assad, and Russia's a major supporter of Assad. That's Syria. That thing is starting to collapse. Well, when you sit there, thank you, Debbie. When you sit there and you see what's going on, Russia now has to start focusing on a side that they didn't have to focus on before. They thought it was all taken care of. They had Syria or a chunk of Syria under control. But now the Kurds are moving in. The Turks have been wanting their part. They're moving in. And Russia's going to have some real issues. What is Assad going to do? Now, Russia's got to focus on that part of the world along with focusing on Ukraine. And I think that's why they're trying to hit there. But I'll tell you, he's the president, Debbie. What can I say? I think it's got to get to do it. Guillermo, I agree with you. I think we got to be in a position where Russia, I don't know what they're going to do. Also, have you seen, ever since Biden, it just started like a couple of weeks ago, a month ago, put on major bans on Commerce Bank, I think is the name of it, which is their major bank in Russia. It smashed them. They now have interest rates of 23%. Think about that's what it was when we wanted to get a house. Ours it wasn't that high. She was like 17% or 18%. 23%. Inflation is through the roof in Russia. It's because now these sanctions have been put on. So what Russia's trying to do is deal with China. So they got to deal with that. They got the inflation going. They got to be able to do, because their whole focus is military. They're turning into Nazi Germany if they weren't already. It's a bummer because Russian people are such good people. So you sit there and you see that. So he's got a real problem with his flanks. Every time we think Russia's got it so strong, they don't. We just have to watch it. Did you see Trudeau flying in like a little baby girl flying in? Okay, they're going to say, Mark, he said baby girl. Well, I've said it. He came in like that. I mean, okay, call Trump up and be a man about it. I mean, he looks like such a sissy, Trudeau.
Kiss the
I
ring.
don't know why.
Kiss the ring.
Where did Canada come up with this guy? I mean, his father was something, but him, he's like, I've never seen it. It's like, ugh. I mean, Debbie, it's tough for a house. We'll talk about. I have mortgage stuff. If you go on to Just an American Citizen, you'll see some stuff on mortgages and housing. I've got it right there, Debbie. Please feel free to go on there and watch it. And Black and Gold. Oh, Feel the Steel. Hold on. We were talking about other stuff. Black and Gold make me sick. Who are you kidding? Where are you coming from? Forget it. Steelers. Yo, man, we're going to win today. The Steelers got to deal with the Eagles. They got to. I don't want to hear about this. I don't even know why I'm talking to Feel the Steel. But I'll tell you this. I love your coach. I love your coach.
Yeah,
in Baltimore, we hate your coach, but we love your coach. Ever since, I think Jermaine Lewis was running up the sideline for a touchdown to kick off. He stuck his foot out there to trip him. It was right on the screen when it happened. It was incredible. And he smiled afterwards. I think he got fined. Oh, we love him. Okay, forget it. Let's start again. Guillermo, Russia is starting to feel the pressure, and we cannot let the pressure off of Russia. So as we're going forward with all that, why do we want to even consider invading Mexico or whatever? Why are we picking on them when we should be looking at the big stuff? We may be in a position where we can really set the United States up, where we can, that whole Middle East area just kind of changes, and we cut off Iran in many ways. That weaponry does not go to Russia. Meanwhile, we're asking, please give us thumbs up. We really appreciate it. If you don't agree with us, we love you. We love your comments. Right on. Please give us thumbs up. Please subscribe to Just an American Citizen and Dr. V. Joe Talks. He's rocking. In fact, he just did his own chat GPT.
I did.
Amazing, isn't it? And let me tell you about, I dealt with another chat GPT. And so you ever wonder, don't use it so quickly. I went in, I needed it for some work. I get the information. I look at it, I go, great, give me the backup. It comes back and he says, we don't have backup. What do you mean you don't have backup? I put in there. It goes, I said, why? I said, did you lie? It goes, yes. I said, why? It goes, I was programmed to give answers. Yeah, but I wrote in there, don't you ever lie to me again. It said, I won't lie to you again. Volpe says it's lying to me right then and there, telling me that. But yeah, watch out when you use these AI. It's like, and you ask them, are you telling the truth? And they'll tell you, no. And you sit there and you go, that was like the craziest answer I got. No, who are you kidding?
Then what are you giving me an answer for? It's always hallucinating
that
stuff.
That whole AI thing. Tell him about Dr. V. Dr. V took him on. He had to school.
I trained my AI. I have to train him. I send him my articles. Now it's smart. But before that, it kept messing up. Didn't even know who invented naltrexone to treat AUD.
They thought I did. Think about that. That's how out of the chat GPT was.
Yeah.
And what did you do, Dr. V?
Way off the mark.
Let me tell you, that man got an Italian. He is an Italian. He loves sausages. Right on. Grandma, I'm not into that, but he loves it. I'll say right on with that kind of thing. So ChatGPT, watch out for this AI stuff. Assume it's lying to you. And I'll tell you this, I watch it on TV. I mean, this is a little side thing, but AI is so crazy. I'm watching all this side stuff, and they have these people on TV having discussions with their phones. Why? Why do you talk to your phone? I don't understand. You know, tell me, Dr. V. They'll sit there and go, wow, yeah, okay, I don't like this car. What do you think? I think this. I'm going, is this a person he's talking to? He's talking to his phone, and the AI is talking back to him.
The AI just came up on my laptop.
I mean,
oh my God, it's listening to us right now. Oh,
Nuns, we love each other. Believe me, 53 years of love. But I mean, think about that. Isn't that crazy?
it is. Yeah.
Why would people talk to their phones and have big conversations with their phones? Tell me what I'm missing.
People are lonely.
AI is great. It's going to help us. It's going to be tremendous if we do it right. But oh God, but the bottom nuns, but the bottoms,
Just
that knocked me off a bit there. But I'm sorry, big cough out of that one. But AI is just, I love AI. It's great. The idea, the thought, what it can do, how it can take us. But we have to maintain control of it and know where it's going at all times with that kind of stuff. But the only way to do it is by dealing with it and by setting up your own AI. Dr. V set up his own AI. That's it. They don't argue with it. And meanwhile, please give us a feel that steals back. Get out of there. Please give us the thumbs up. And even when you agree or not, because we love you, we love your comments, and please give us more comments. But AI's got me really worried because it's like, not worried, I'm sorry, very excited, but worried at the same time because with what's going to happen here is going to be interesting. You have the Trump administration. You have Elon Musk heavily involved in the Trump administration. Elon Musk says he's afraid of AI, but he loves AI. He also wants to get a lot of money, okay? And he's going to be a trillionaire, a quadruple trillionaire or whatever. But he's going to be in the background working with all these guys. You don't know what's going to be happening with AI, where it's going to be used, how it's going to be used. Meanwhile, he wants to go to Mars, but nobody wants to terraform Earth. They want to terraform Mars, but nobody wants to take care of our own world here. Let's just let climate get out of control here. Either way, AI, I just think it's going to be, hey, San Francisco, 69. Let me tell you, 1969 was some really good music. Nuns. I'll tell you that right there. And if you ever want to talk, we love music. Either way, though, Dr. V has this thing for Pink Floyd. I just don't understand. Look,
love Pink Floyd.
Let me tell you why Dr. V likes Pink Floyd. I've known him a long, long time. Dr. V's always had a problem sleeping because his brain works so hard. And he can't sleep. He doesn't believe in taking drugs.
No.
So how else do you do this? You don't go want to get those noise machines. By the way, they're all free on iPhone and Samsung. You don't have to pay for them. It's like a monthly thing. But why do you need noise? So this is what Dr. V does. He goes, I'll put on Pink Floyd.
Not at all.
And then when he hears ding, 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 it's like his alarm going off, say time to go to bed. And then the head turns and he's gone. That's what Pink Floyd's good for. Jarrell, I love you, Jarrell or Jarrell, whichever. I apologize. You love the Ravens. I love you. And who's beating? This guy beats people with a sack of quarters. Why only a sack of quarters, man? We can use big silver dollars if you're going to do it. What are you talking about? A Muppet episode, we're almost there. So I grew up with the Muppets. No, I didn't grow up. I was a lot older before the Muppets. So all that's going, so let's go back. So where are we? It's a fun time now. People should be taking it easy. We should be getting back to talking to one another. Just talk. Go out when you're sitting at let me ask you this. These are some of the things that get me. I'm going to just blow into this. And I just can't stop. Why, when people walk by each other, they can't say hi or smile or something? People just ignore each other. They all got something in their ears. They're doing it or they'll ignore you. I don't care if you got something in your ear. You can look at somebody and go, hi. Maybe people can kind of deal with one another. That isn't that hard. That's like being friendly. These days, people, he said hi. There must be something wrong with them. No, you go, hey, what's happening? You'd be amazed how nice people can be when you say hi. How about when you're in a car and somebody wants to come in, let them in. If you flip them and they let you in, give them a little wave. What is so hard, Dr. V, with being nice? It isn't that hard. And what a great time before we have a new administration, before everybody starts yelling at everybody. Let's start talking to each other. We're Americans. Oh, Joy Reid. Let me get back to what bothered me about Joy Reid. I'm listening to her on MSNBC. We watch all the stations. She's the one last night, and all she could talk was last night, day Saturday, Friday. All she could talk about is how with the expulsions, all the brown people are going to be focused on. It's all going to be prejudice. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, lady, we're all Americans, okay? We're Americans here. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what you are. Quit dividing us. You want to talk about what Americans do and how Americans deal with Americans? Use the word Americans. The problem, one major problem the Democrats had is everybody is me. Nobody is you. At least MAGA all love Trump. They all love Trump, and that was their one idea, no matter what it was. We didn't have that because people are so busy saying, if you don't agree with me, you know, we can't be together. It doesn't work. He is a draft dodger. His spurs are in his brain. He's our president, though. SDK, what are we going to do? And he is our president. Thanks for the comment. Thanks for all the comments. Please give us the thumbs up, and we love your comments. So Maple MAGA, I don't know if it's any better than MAGA, and he's already in there ripping. So when you sit here and you, so why are you separating us? You know how I feel. We're Americans. Our problem is, like, look back. I'm going to go back to Just American Citizen, Dr. V. Please go on to Just American Citizen. I have this video up for years and years and years. I mean, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. We are Americans. We have one idea. We believe in an idea. You don't have to be ethnic to be an American. We believe in an idea. You can't separate ethnics. You believe in ideas and you deal with it. And to say that you're mad at Browns or this, look, in the late 1800s, they brought in a lot of white people. They didn't like them, right? They were Irish. They were this, they were that. It's not a matter of color. People in the country get mad when immigrants come in. We got to deal with immigration. We got to get it straight. Quit trying to split us up, Joy Reid. I'll tell you, I saw her on the train twice. I gave her a smile. She couldn't smile back. I couldn't believe it. Here I am, a viewer. I didn't say, or I was in front of her. And she like gave me the scowl. It was like crazy. Both times. I don't know why. You want people to watch you, right? So yet you want to separate out everybody and go. So I really think MSNBC is making a mistake if you keep rolling with that. It just doesn't make any sense with that kind of stuff. Wait a second. Yeah, but the whole American thing's outplayed. I'm not sure what that means. The problem is there's nothing to be outplayed. You're either an American and you love your country, or you're an American and you don't love your country, but you're an American or you're not an American, right? It's not a matter of not played. It hasn't been played enough. We don't talk about being one anymore. That's what I said. You go out with your team, go out with your friends with the team, go to the bar, go cheer for the same team. It doesn't matter what the politics are. You love your team and everybody can be friends. And they walk out and they go, you know, that guy might disagree with me, but he's okay. Hold on.
Yeah, today at 4:30, we got the Ravens versus the Eagles.
I'll be right
and Mark
there.
And I will be on different sides. But at the end of the day,
the Eagle fans are here. I'll be right there.
But at the end of the day, we'll still be buddies. And that's how America is. We can disagree on things, but at the end of the day, we're still Americans and we still care about each other and want the country to prosper.
Right. And that's the whole idea. And it doesn't matter. So that's what's great about the whole thing. We got 2 Eagle fans came in. I'm outnumbered already. So they're playing with you and them. It's 3-1. I got no chance.
So is it safe to wear the colors?
Thank you, Emily. I love you. I'm not interrupted. We go live.
Let me say hi to Joe.
Here.
Get Joe
what,
on.
Dude, look at it's me and Volps.
Get Joe on.
You all don't notice our friends come to free. There he is. There's Ham Baby. Come around here, Ham Baby. There I am. Another Eagles fan.
Eagles. Eagles.
Come on over here, Emily. I'll see you. There's Emily.
There's Emily.
There's Emily. There she is. We have audience. We have a community. We love it.
Did you bring some food down there? That's what I would have.
Yeah, I heard they brought food. I'm psyched. Oh, I'm ready because I haven't been eating for a few days. I'm ready to put it. I hate that food. You know
some
that.
seafood.
So Oh, I can't wait. So it's doing their thing. You can see cruise around. So you guys want to join in? You can. Either way.
I'm good. I just want.
Spartacus. I'm watching all these guys. Sorry, I lost where we were. This guy dropped his meatballs. Come on, leave. Leave Dr. V alone. He loves his meatballs. He loves it all. Tommy, let me tell you something. What's great about our live
Ravioli.
streams, I love so much. Not only is our commentators, our community so great, but we just have people who just like to come on and talk with us. And that's what makes it so much fun. We don't, that's Tika. Remember Tika? We know there she is up there. Tika, come down here. We don't, the dog, she gets nervous unless I bring her down. But that's what's so great about us. We're all here together. William's late to the party. William, you're
not
always welcome
late.
to the party.
Come on, join us.
We also want to note, though Dr. V doesn't know this yet, after the turn of the year, we're going to be 3 days a week. Okay? So we're going to start building and going crazy then because that's when action starts happening. But until then, we just have a good time and keep running around. What else are we missing here? I'll tell you this. I'm watching my cowboy shows. I was talking to you about this before. Thanks for the thumbs up. Please give us more thumbs up. Please subscribe. Just an American Citizen. Dr. V Joe Talks. We're there. We love you. And look at the other stuff. Okay, we were watching. Where are we now? Mass expulsions. Okay, I don't see, man. Oh, I want to get to one other thing. We have not been doing it. Remember, I've been talking about our Manhattan Project for defense, American defense. We need to get ready, and we have to start corralling that solar energy, and put it into batteries that are this big or so we can power a house. The big mistake we make to be in a position where we're constantly sitting there, and it's like, these gigantic batteries. We need this gigantic power source. It doesn't make sense. If we can reduce that power source to a hand that goes into a car and it can run your house for 3, 4, 5 days, we're in a different world at that point. Cyber can't come in and start chopping you down. Dr. V's writing something. Cyber can't come down. Elon Musk, he hasn't even thought about it. Cyber can't come back and chop it down. I have how many of videos on this on Just an American Citizen? It's all over the place, and we haven't done it. Think about it. All that power that could be in there, and it's not just to power your house, it's for our defense. It's to protect us, to be in a position. You don't have to deal with missiles and stuff. I mean, listen to Putin talking nuclear. Are you afraid of that? I'm not. Are you afraid of Putin talking all this nuclear stuff?
There's a slight chance if he thinks he's losing.
Well, there's always a slight chance.
If he thinks he's losing badly, he might get desperate. The guy's crazy.
Yeah, but what good does it take? Because if he drops a nuclear weapon on Ukraine and the wind blows the wrong way,
right?
It's Russia. I mean, think about what happens. I mean, the guy is a loon.
I just don't think at that point.
That's why I hate Putin. Putin is a thug. He's a murderer. He's everything bad. Okay, but I don't think he's irrational. I don't think he wants to die. And I don't know why because what good is an eradicated world? It doesn't make sense. One thing leads to another, which leads to another, which leads to another. I think it's all setting things up, okay? I think it's all trying to get everybody ready for when Trump comes in. Everybody's done everything they could get done before that. I just don't see it happening. I just don't think Putin is out of it. I think but I just don't think he's out of it, Dr. V. I mean, do you think he would drop a nuclear weapon?
He's a rational human being. I think he's rational, but you need to give him an escape. You can't trap him so much that he has no escape.
Who's trapping him? Is anybody invading Russia? Is anybody trying to knock him off? I don't see that happening. Who's trapping him? You see, that's the thing. He's busy trapping everybody else and saying, oh, you're after me. It's the same game somebody else played. And it was always that way, okay? So you look at it and you go, nobody's doing anything to him. Okay, Ukraine's defending themselves. He's the one who's going in. Oh, here we go. The pillow guy. Look, I love you.
It took a half hour before you got to the pillow.
I am not Mike Lindell. I don't sell pillows. And if I did, I probably couldn't undersell Mike Lindell. He's just the best advertiser. But I won't buy it. I had this Mike Lindell pillow years ago, and then I just said, can't do it. And then he's one of these goofs who makes all this money and gives it away. Because he's looking into the election. That's all disappeared. He put millions into that, lost it all. lost a case for $5 million. I think he had to give like some honorarium one or something he lost. I mean, this guy is crazy. What are you doing? Maybe he can make so much money, it doesn't matter. You have to assume he's going to be regenerated with the Trump administration because he'll be able to pay his bills on Fox. So you figure all that kind of stuff will start happening. But who knows, right? I don't know. I'm not Mike Lindell. I'm better looking than Mike Lindell.
Oh,
I
definitely.
say it every week. What do you say, Wolf? Don't you
Definitely better looking than Mike Lindell.
Mike Lindell. Mike Lindell. Come on, you can do better than that. Mike Lindell. Look at this mug. It ain't much of a mug, but it's better than Mike Lindell's mug. Hi, I have my pillows. They're $14.98. They sent the ball back from the store. They sent them an one-time offer. I'm now going to extend it through Christmas. So it's really a two-time offer because I offered it before, but now I'm offering it through Christmas. So it's a two-time offer, but I call it a one-time offer. I love this stuff. And by the way, Cognitive, it wasn't a red wave. The House, Republicans lost a couple seats. Surprisingly, but it happens. So it's really not their majority isn't as big as it was. I love these guys talking to each other though. I love what do you say? Mike Lindell call Mike Lindell crazy? Yeah, I understand. I understand. Spartacus the man. And so we have all that going on. I'll take the compliment, DMC. So whoever you're giving it to. But we love this stuff. Either way. Okay, so that's where we are with that. Dr. V, what do you see going? Are people happy in America? Oh, how about everybody's happy in America now? Trump wins now. The Republicans
inflation went away. Did you know that?
Yeah, there was no bad economy anymore. Everybody's happy in the economy.
Thanks to Trump.
It all turned. But look, he's the president. We're accepting him. We have no problem. It is what it is. There's going to be some real issues. Like I said, after January, we're not here to smack him around. There's nothing to smack around. He won. Bottom line is we smacked around MSNBC and Joy Reid there a little bit. Nothing personal. I mean, I'm sure she's a really nice person. She's very smart, well-spoken. I mean, she knows her stuff. She makes sense when she talks. She's no dummy. But it's obvious the way she's just approaching it that she's missing it. It's not America. It's not brown this or that. I've had it with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
These are immigrants who are coming
Enough identity politics.
Right. And she keeps forgetting that it was white people who came in that were thrown out 100 years ago. It's not a color issue. They're called immigrants. And then it's a matter of how we have to deal with immigration, which we don't do, which I've been yelling. How many years have I been saying this, Dr. V? Those who are in line now, let's make them citizens. What's the holdup? If they've been in line, honestly, legally, and they've been in line to become citizens or doing it all right, let's make them citizens already. Those who are here paying taxes, paying Social Security, they don't get the taxes. They don't get the Social Security. They can't get a loan from a regular bank. Get them in line to become citizens because they're good people. They want to be Americans. They're working with all of us. Then the schmoes, take them out, get rid of them, or do whatever you got to do, dump them in a lake or something. But get rid of them. And at the same time, set up the border so we can let people come in, do it right, and get it moving. It's about time. Congress has been BSing on this for over 40 years, really for over 200 years. But since Reagan, they've been doing this kind of stuff. And it's just, it makes no sense. See, I'm getting on my buddies. They're not into, they think I'm a little crazy over there. They don't understand with that kind of stuff. You think I'm crazy, Emily?
Well, that's my opinion.
That's what I thought.
My humble opinion, we're all a little crazy.
Oh, what a legal answer. Listen to that jive answer. That won't work. Leave her alone. Leave her, baby. Leave her alone. I don't want her barking. She doesn't want to deal with you right now. I'll take care of it. We're talking about the dog. Baby wants the dog. The dog says, I ain't worried about you. You didn't bring me any bones. You didn't bring me anything from the old foot, baby. So I'm not talking to you. That's what Tika's saying. She has had it with that kind of stuff. Okay. Now, where were we with this? Be quiet up there. So that's where it is. So what? Now we're gonna get to our album of the week. What do you think, Dr. V? Should go to the album of the week?
Go to the album of the week.
These aren't as long as we normally do, but I love it. Now, as you all know, we're talking rock. I love rock. And then we were coming out. Remember, we had the British invasion in like 64. In 66, in 67, we had the Summer of Love. Psychedelia came. Jimmy, Janis, Jim Morrison. But a year before Jimmy Janis and Jim Morrison died, and you're talking the greats, there was an album that came out that is just total metal, total incredible, and you never saw it coming. It blew me away.
It's,
Deep Purple in rock.
Deep Purple.
Volks understands it. Now, this was a second floor album, not a first floor album, because the second floor, we rocked. The first floor tried to learn a little from the second floor to rock, but then you heard Barry Manilow coming out of there, Neil Diamond and stuff like that.
Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond was okay.
No, Moody
So,
Blues.
but
You're
this
listening to
album-
Moody Blues.
This is the Deep Purple went through 3 iterations. I'm telling you guys, listen to me. This album came out. This is the iteration. Even Volks knows this, man. This album in rock has Richie Blackmore going crazy. June 1970. I'm getting into senior year. I got my big summer coming up before. I'm working in DC, and this album comes out. I didn't know the album until I came back. Okay, because I was still more Hendrix and all that. This album, I heard this September of 1970. Turn this album on. Now, you listen to me. You want to know what rock is? You turn this album on. It starts with Speed King, Bloodsucker, then Child in Time. Richie Blackmore opens up the first 2 songs with this incredible lead guitar. Incredible lead guitar. Go Eagles, forget it, DMC.
Go Eagles.
Incredible lead guitar with Speed King. And then you go down. Then you get down to Child in Time. It's like a 9-minute song where Ian Gillan, here he is.
Oh,
Right
Ian
there.
Gillan. That's
Had a voice that
he's
you
the
wouldn't believe. Right, Dr. V? If you listen to this guy sing, when he blows this, his lungs
he is
are
good.
coming out of his mouth. This
Yeah.
is before you had quadruple tracking or whatever, and this and that. This was real. These guys were putting it out, and he could sing. Now, I know everybody likes Smoke on
Nice
the
and White
Water.
Satin. Yeah, I agree.
What? I'm sorry?
Nice and
Nice
White
and White
Satin.
Satin, but that's Moody's. We'll get into that.
like
We like the Moody's.
We like
That's a really good album. So that wasn't the name of the album, I don't think. Yeah, maybe it was. That was a big song off the album. But what we got here is, so you come in, to Child in Time, and he starts wailing. And I come home, and I'm there. My mother's out, and my parents' house is next door. I mean, my parents' room's next door, and I'm wailing. With Ian. Oh, I'm just screaming. My mother's banging on the door. Quit. Turn that down, baby. Quit. Oh, man, we're not listening to this. We're not doing Machine Head. He keeps playing Machine Head, Smoke on the Water. That's what everybody knows. I'm taking it to the real Deep Purple before Machine Head. Machine Head was
Machine Head is the best. No,
1972.
Machine Head is the best.
God, no, it isn't. This is the best. And then you blow through. I knew I was going to catch it back there for the Peanut Gallery. I love it. So we got to try. Then you go into side 2, Flight of the Rat, Into the Fire. It's like really funky. It just starts playing this guitar. Blackmore goes crazy. And they just go. Now listen, when we're doing this, guys, don't get it from, if you listen to it, there are rules. You got to do it the way it was done, the way it was recorded. Don't get these albums that have 55 extra songs on it. That's not how the album was written. You get the album and you listen to the first 3 songs. You listen to the first side. You put on the headphones. You crank it up. You turn off the lights. And for like 15 minutes, you blow out. Then you turn it over. Well, you don't turn it over now. You digitally go to the second side. Wait till you turn on Into the Fire or Living Wreck. That thing just rocks. So you just get it on there and you'll just go, woo. And at the end of that, you've listened to maybe 35 minutes of music of the most incredible hard rock. 1970. Joe's Garage.
That was a good year.
I love Zappa. We'll come to Joe's Garage. And, there's a big statue. There's a head statue of Zappa in Baltimore downtown. I mean, on the east side. We you don't need to do a shot at Federal Space. That DMC's been making nothing but trouble. We love Zappa. My favorite was back when he was in the Mothers. Have a dynamo hum.
Yeah.
Have a dynamo hum. Dynamo hum. Dynamo hum. Where's that dynamo coming from? Gone 18 hours. I ain't got a hum from the dynamo. 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 Say the dynamo.
Don't eat the yellow snow.
Meanwhile, you're raising dental floss. You're lonely dental floss, right? So I love Zappa. We love all this stuff you guys are throwing at us. But you want to hear one of the greatest first
Blue Oyster
metal
Cult.
albums.
Oh, love Blue Oyster Cult.
I'm not a Blue Oyster. They were okay. Don't Fear the Reaper, right? They were okay.
More cowbell. That's all I got to say.
More. I love that.
More cowbell. I got a cowbell.
The cowbell. That's so great.
I played it at my birthday party. I did the cowbell.
Oh, really? Hey, you know something? They blocked Dan. What was Dan saying? I don't know. So, but the cowbell. Jeremy, we love you. Go Ravens. Please give us thumbs up. Please give us thumbs up, guys. Please come on, Just American Citizen, subscribe. Please go on to Dr. V Joe Talks. We love you. It doesn't cost you anything. We're not making money on this. We're just telling you what we think, and we're just having an absolutely tremendous time doing this. And let me tell you something. War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. Edwin Starr. God, I love our comments here. You
Good
guys
stuff.
absolutely. Back to the Steelers again.
Second best team in
Back to the
Pennsylvania.
Steelers again. Get out with the Steelers. They ain't gonna have it. So we just love subscribe. Thank you, Jeremy. So we love this kind of stuff. You got your first press, Sergeant Pepper's. Remember with Sergeant Pepper's? What's so incredible? Sergeant Pepper's and Beatles was the summer of love. The Summer of Love that happened out west, you had the Monterey Pop Festival. For those of you guys who don't know about it, much better than Woodstock. Woodstock was cool, but it was all legend. You go on to Monterey. What happened at Monterey? Jimmy came out. Janis came out. Janis Joplin. Janis came out twice. She was so great. They didn't film her the first time. You had The Who. You had Otis Redding. Otis went crazy, burned up everything. That was just, and it took off. And the best part is, when you see the audience watching, gosh, I wish I had been there. I wasn't old enough. They just sit there like this. Because back then, when we watched concerts, you didn't jump up. You just sat there and watched nicely. Everybody was nice. And then when I went to see my Hendrix concert, we would get up. The cops would tell us we had to get down. We'd get up. The cops would tell us we had to get down. It was like jive. Now you got mosh pits everywhere. So it's just craziness. But that's how changed it was. Great music. Vikings, we ain't talking about the Vikings, but a friend of mine got Vikings in their tray, by the way, for their bets today. So here it is. Mr. Crowley, look, I love Ozzy. I've seen Ozzy so many times. I loved Ozzy with Black Sabbath. I love Ozzy alone. Ozzy is excuse me, sorry. I loved Ozzy. Let me tell you, I'm not into those shows which are reality, whatever. But Ozzy's show, which was the first, was incredible. And he was just the man. And I just had a great thing. The dogs whizzing everywhere and stuff. So funny. Ozzy
Did he actually bite the head off a chicken?
Oh, well, that's different. I didn't think it was a chicken. I think it was a bat.
A bat.
Yeah, bats taste better than chickens. You know, that's kind of
like
we all love Yellow Submarine. You're a Ringo fan. So as we go forward with all that, yeah, that's the music and that's where we are. So I'm sorry. So we had the Summer of Love, and as the Summer of Love rolled, what really made the Summer of Love blow out was the release of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. And let me tell you, I had a radio. I wasn't allowed to listen to it, and I put it under my pillow because my parents' room was right next to our room, my room, and they played Sgt. Pepper all night long, and I just sat there. I fell asleep to it. I woke up to it. You know, it was a thing. I mean, what a great album cover! Look at the album cover. Look at all the people in the front. It was just what was so incredible about music. Then that was our social media. It's hard for people to understand and talk to each other. If you like this song and you like this group and you talk to this person and you talk, and let me tell you something. Nobody hated each other for liking other music. We all may not have agreed, but we loved the music because that's where it was. That was social media. That's where you felt it. That's where it was right in there. And it's a beautiful, beautiful. So when you see how it all grew and we all it just all happened. And then of course, 71, it got bad. Jimmy died. Janice died, Jim Morrison died, and then things started breaking out again. And things go to, and then it's the 70s, and you start getting Wishbone Ash and all those guys. We'll talk about all those. Philly sucks. Go be more Joe. I love you, Joe.
No.
Thumbs up
Oh,
to Joe.
Joe.
Double thumbs up to
No,
Joe.
Joe.
Spartacus. I appreciate where you're from. Joe, you know what you're doing. But Melvin, immigrants been getting thrown out, but they all heard the same nonsense Trump said. I don't know where that's going, but I'm with you. Now, look, William, we don't play music with pillows because it doesn't work. I can't hug my pillow if it's playing. You know how Mike is. He loves his pillow. It's a love affair. It isn't just, it was something material. Just, oh, you see when he hugs his pillow? You can't
Better
put
keep
music
that
in there.
pillow away from Vance. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, right. Oh gosh. So that's going to be our vice president. But I can't do it because he feels it. It's in here. It's a thing I can't ignore. Maybe it's something else with Mike. I don't know. See, he gets his Billy gets all excited. So what are you going to say with something like that? I don't know. Where else would we go? Anybody? Any more music? Forget Pink Floyd. I told you when you after the Ravens, take out the Eagles today.
Not
Then
happening.
you turn on Pink Floyd to fall asleep if you're
Not
bummed.
happening.
If you're happy and you want to keep on rocking, you'll pull out Deep Purple in rock and you'll go crazy. And then next week, we're going to give you another crazy one like this. Like I said, we're going 3 times and musical bed pillows. Okay, we got that Steelers wheel stuck in the middle with you. Jessica, huh? I love music. I wasn't allowed to watch TV. My parents were tough. My mother was vicious. I couldn't watch TV during the week. I could watch
Doobie
it
Brothers.
Fridays. I would go to Nana's. We go to Nana's on Friday. There were no rules at Nana's. We go to Nana's. I could watch TV from Nana's until Sunday at 6. No, they did let us come on and see the Beatles when the Beatles were showing on Lake Sullivan because I had my Beatles wig. We went, woo,
64.
Mhm.
64.
Well, that was kind of when my brain was just starting to.
Right.
People question my brain now, but that's when my brain just started coming into. It was like I remember Kennedy getting shot. We were at school and they bussed us home. I remember that. I remember my first favorite song was Chicken Fat. Did you ever exercise the Chicken Fat? Go, you chicken fat, go away. Go, you chicken fat, go. That was Robert
That's a
Preston.
Baltimore thing.
No, it was Robert Preston from The Music Man. He was, remember The Music Man?
Oh,
The great
yeah.
76 trombones and the big parade, huh? 110 cornets right behind. So that was him. And JFK was really into doing workouts. JFK was really into people being in shape. When we would do at Fort Garrison every day, we did chicken fat. And there was the short version on the front and the long version on the other. And I loved it. I hit the floor, do my push-ups, jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3. And you would just have a great time with it. It was like, woo. And what can I tell you? So I love it. It's a great song. Listen to the song. It's just rhythm. It's just perfect for these times. Militaristic. We're doing it. I loved it. Chicken Fat. How great was that song? That was the first song I really remember in my mind. Chicken Fat. Go, you chicken fat. Go away. Go, you chicken fat, go. Oh, how great was that song? So it said Mike McDonald's okay. Mike McDonald didn't rock hard enough for me. So that's the Vikings 27, Cardinals 13. My friends got the Vikings in a tray, and so we'd be very happy. Little Feet now. I got stories on Little Feet. We'll do that next time, but come on, Little Feet. Little Feet. The boys there played with Zappa, by the way, and then went out and started Little Feet. So we start talking now. Oh, man. Feet don't fail me now. Feet don't fail me now. Please give us thumbs up. We love your comments. This music is happening. Kenny, I'm not a real Kenny Rogers fan. He did have one song. Yeah, oh yeah, what condition my condition was in. He was in the first edition or something like that.
Yeah,
I woke up this morning with my brains out, something, I don't know, smiling in. Then he went and became country. But he was okay. It's just not strong enough. Julie, do you love me? Look at this music here. Your dad's cool, Jessica.
Today.
Roy Clark wasn't my guy, but he was on Hee Haw. Did you ever watch Hee Haw on TV?
Did.
Oh, man, I even watched it. I don't know why. Roy Clark would be on there doing his thing. I'm telling you, I was watching the Hillbillies, Beverly Hillbillies. the other day. It's still hilarious, especially the first ones when they just went crazy. And the people in the area did more. They threw Jethro out. They threw everybody. You just watch it with the animals pumping the stuff out just too much. I love the song anyhow. Spartacus, we love you. So that's it. Double tap the screen, y'all, whatever that means. Yeah, double tap it. Thanks, Spartacus. We love Spartacus. And Spartacus is one of the main reasons we're going to 3 days a week after New Year's. We'll be giving you more ideas as we go there. Janis Joplin was Janis. But thank you. We love Janis Joplin. Pre-UMSC, USMC, U.S. Marine Corps. Incredible. She was with Big Brother and the Holding Company. First album, Cheap Thrills. They should not have pulled her away because that was a piece of my heart, rocking. Then they took her away. She was okay the next album. Then her last album, Pearl, was one of the most incredible albums. She died before they finished recording it. But if you listen to it, she just blew the vinyl away. It's just every time she hit the arm just start jumping. I just love jazz. I just cry, baby, cry, baby. How great was jazz? Cry, baby. Oh, I loved her. So I love you guys who with us.
Tiny Tim.
Oh, look at this
Oh, my
tiptoe to the tulips. Tiptoe through the tulips. What was his name? He married Miss
Tiny
Elizabeth.
Tim. Tiny Tim.
Tiny, who did he marry on Johnny Carson? Who did he
Oh,
marry
right.
on Johnny Carson?
I
Tim.
forget.
Who did he marry on Johnny Carson? What was her name? Go Google it. You guys can give it to me. Who did Tiny Tim marry on Johnny Carson? And Tiny Tim had this long hair. He's a weirdo, but he was great.
Little
He had
ukulele.
his little ukulele. His ukulele. Tiptoe through the tulips.
Hey, Joe, throw some water on Mark. Joe, you better throw a bucket of
Miss
water on
Vicky.
Mark.
It was Miss Vicky.
Miss Vicky, right.
Right. It wasn't Miss Elizabeth because Miss Elizabeth was with WWE, World Wrestling Federation. So that was Miss Elizabeth. I love Miss Elizabeth. So that was it there. Twiggy was rather Twiggy. Harold, Righteous Brothers had some great music. I also love You're My Soul and My Heart's Inspiration. You're all I got. Oh, I love
Joe, throw some water on Mark.
What? What'd
You
you say?
Tell Ham baby to throw a bucket of water on you.
Baby, they want you to throw a bucket of water on you. Right. Calm me down. I know. It's Hatfield, and it'll come to me. I'm all over the place here. I'm sorry. The Strangers, Goods, Mamas, and the Papas. USMC. Monday, Mama.
California Dream.
Can't trust that. They have a California Dream, and that's what we all did. We all thought how great was California. We thought that hippie girls were gorgeous. Bill Medley, and the other one. And we thought the women were so, they had flowers in their hair, blonde hair. Everybody just was, woo. I mean, look at Mama Michelle. She was gorgeous. I don't know what happened
she was
to her.
nice. Yeah,
I think she had real work done on her face 55 times because she does not look that good now. Some of these people, Dr. V, they put all that money to their face and they don't look like what they used to look like. I don't understand. Look, this mug, it wouldn't make any difference. You couldn't do a thing with this mug. I wonder about your mug too. Yeah, we'll work yours. So we'll work your eyebrows. That's what we'll do. But it's Blind Faith. Blind Faith, a supergroup. You take Stevie, you take Cream, you put it together, and you're rocking it. But they didn't. I think they split up after one. They had one album and Do What You Like. I like that song on there. But it was just craziness there, guys. See, guys, I love the music you put out here. Whoa. What songs the association sing? Huh? Cherish, Along Comes Mary. What are you talking about? Who's tripping down the streets of the city, smiling at everybody she sees? Isn't that what we say? You should smile at everybody. Say hi. How are you? Who's reaching out to capture a moment? Everyone knows it's windy. Along Comes Mary, windy. Cherish. You got them all. I loved all that music. I lived for it. Oh, of course.
Oh, Beach Boys.
The Beach Boys. Now, Dennis died real young. I think he was the drummer. He drowned. And he was also, friend? What's his name? Manson, he was Manson's friend, right? And they're kind of weird, but they all loved Dennis. He was good looking and everything, pretty good shape. They all loved him. Then he drowned. I don't know what happened with him, but they had some great music. The original Beach Boys, taking always from school music to beach music to Good Vibrations to just rolling on out. They just had some great music. Buffalo, the
What was
Captain
it?
Ashore.
Pet Sounds.
Pet Sounds never did
That
that
was
well.
the
I
best
think they
album.
held
That
back.
could be the best album ever.
Well, I'm not sure about that.
Listen
Young
to it.
Bloods.
Listen to
Come
it.
on, people now. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. Let me tell you something. This is a great ending. I love this conversation. Next show, we're definitely doing heavy music. Guys, we're going to do politics. We're going to do music. We're on this. I love every Free. Well, Free had a problem because what's his name? They didn't make any money. They got their manager ran out with all the money, and that was it. They had great music, three songs, I think, but the manager ran out with all the money. Fleetwood Mac, let me ask you, USMC, was it Fleetwood Mac pre or post Buckingham? Nicks. Okay, because I liked them pre when it was Welsh and those guys. Okay, it was good music. I got those albums. They were more folky, but just some you need money, forget. I got all the 19th and Fruit Gun Company. Here we go. Now we're having an issue. So I love it though. Bubblegum music. What are you gonna do? Either way, we love you all. Please give us thumbs up. Please subscribe. Just an American Citizen. Dr. V, Joe Talks. We love you all. This has been so much fun today, Dr. V. You guys are great. We're going to James Gang. Down, 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 down.
Oh, yeah. That's good stuff.
That kind of love music. Okay, we're going to leave you all alone.
Go Eagles.
We're going to focus on the game. Go Ravens, go Eagles. So we want the Ravens to win. We love you all. We'll see you next Sunday unless something happens before. Thank you. We love you. And that's the way it is.
Period.
Thank you. We'll see you then.